Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today let's discuss how to add relational fields using Odoo 14 Studio. So after installing Studio module, you can see here an icon that is used. When you click on this, you can add customization. So let's open a module. So here we have a purchase module and you can view all the requests for quotations and purchase orders. So here this one is list view. So when I click on one, you can see the form view of this quotation, request for quotation. Now we can click on this icon, studio icon to add customizations. So, and if you want to switch to other views, you can switch it from here. Like we have list view, Canvan view, calendar view, graph view, pivot view. Okay, so to all these views, you can add fields. Like on the left side, you can see option to add new fields to the views, then existing fields, that is existing fields in the models. Okay, so we have discussed in previous video like adding different fields to views. So now let's discuss how we can add relation fields. So Odoo Studio lets you add several different relational fields, that is including related fields, many to one, many to many, and one to many. So first, let's discuss about related field. So this is normally used to add more information from another related model, that is a database table. So that information that has to be information from a model that is already linked. For example, here we have a vendor added on your request for quotation form. So this vendor is already linked to this quotation. So it's easy to add extra vendor related information to these request for quotation. So for that, we can just click on this related field and drag it to your view. Okay, now we can select the related field. So from this drop down, you can search for field. Okay, here we have a vendor. After selecting the vendor, you can choose a record that is related field. Okay, here we have time zone. So you can add this vendor time zone to this order form. So we can add change to this field to make it more meaningful. Like here, when you click on that field, you can change the label of this field. Okay, time zone. And you can see we can add help tooltip. So this is used to provide information or understanding of the field. Okay, time zone. The vendor. Then here we can see technical name, that is a related field. So the field name is partner underscore id dot tz, and this means that the linking field is partner id. That is, this links to rest dot partner, that is to the contacts, and the related field is tz on rest dot partner. So this is a selection field, that is, user can select a time zone from hard-coded list. And the field type for the reference field must be a selection. So here we can see the widget is set as selection. Automatically it is set as selection. Then we can also set a default value. Okay, so you can see different time zone options are provided And if you want to change it, change the time zone of this vendor, you can select it from here and set it as a default. Okay, and you can also limit this field that is to certain groups, user groups, if you want to limit it, limit the visibility. Okay, so you can see this one is set as read only. Okay, so if you want to disable it, you can disable it from here. And you can also make it invisible or required on some conditions. So if you want to add conditions, you can just click on this conditional and add filter. Okay, we can add a filter like vendor. So if vendor is not set, then this field becomes read only. Like this way, you can also make it invisible. Vendor is not set. Make this field time zone invisible. And you can also set a default value for your. Okay, now you can see time zone. We can set it. We can choose a time zone from here. Or if we have set a time zone for the vendor, it automatically will be added here. Okay, let's consider another example. Like I'm going to add a related field, that is email of vendor. So here you can see the field vendor email. And you can see automatically the email of this vendor ready mat is added here. And you can see the related field partner ID dot email. Okay, so the widget is text. So this is how related fields can be added to views using Studio. Next we have minute one field. So this minute one field, okay, here you can see we have minute one field. So if we drag a minute one field, here Odoo will display a list of all models, all tables, and you can choose one among that. Okay, we have country. So after choosing the model you select will be linked to the current model. That is to this parent model. So this country will be linked to our RFQ, that's request for quotation model. Okay, you can see that is added here. Okay, you can, if you want to change the label, you can change it from here. You can provide a help tooltip. Then you can add placeholder text. Okay, now when I close this, here when you edit, you can see many options from this model, that is from country. So you can choose one among them. So that is why it is known as many to one. So you can choose one and set it for your order. But there is one problem that users can click on create and edit. That is here. You can see option that is users can view the option to create and edit country. So we don't want that because we have already set some countries. So it is not necessary to set option for creating and editing country. So in order to block, create and write access to the model, which would mean users would get an error message if they try to create a new country. So that is a nice feature which can be done using Studio. For that, again, click on this. Okay, when you click on the country, here you can see option to disable creation and disable opening. So without giving the users error message when creating or editing it, you can simply prevent that action. That is, you can block that action. So for that, just click on this disable creation and disable opening. If you want to prevent users from opening, you can enable this option also. Okay, now we can close this. Okay, now we can see there is no option for creating new country, but user can open existing one by clicking on this external link. So if you want to prevent that also, you can click on this icon again, and by clicking on the field, you can enable this option to disable opening. So this external link button is automatically added for a minute to one field. That is in order to view extra details about a field. Okay, so if you want to hide it, you can enable this from here, and now you cannot find the option that is external link. This option is not found here for this field. So, so easy. Okay, then next we have many to many field, which is similar to many to one. That is, it creates a new database relationship, except that multiple records can be selected. That is, from many options, we can select many records. For example, you can add multiple tags for a contact. Okay, so you can simply drag this many to many field to your view. So let's take an example like, okay, suppose you open contacts module, you can view all the contacts, and inside the contact form, you can see field tag. So these many to many are sometimes displayed as tags, like here, when you click on this icon. Okay, when you click on this tag, you can see the widget is set as tags, and you can also view other options like many to many checkboxes. So when you edit this, you can see here as we have updated the widget, you can see uh, the change in the speed. So you can click on this add a line and add more items. And if you want to remove it, you can remove it from here. So then in the same way, you can drag and drop many to many field on your views. So here you can select a relation. Okay, you can see that is added. So here you can see option to edit list view or edit this form view. So you can click on edit list view and you can add fields to this list view of that many to many. So this is actually the sub view list. That is the this view of the field inside a form view. And when you click on edit form view, you can edit the form view of that partner tag. Okay, you can change tag name, parent category now. So that's how we add a many to many field. Okay, then next we have one to many field. So this is used if a parent-child relationship has already been defined for this table, but is not displayed on the formula. So here, when you come below, you can see one to many field, that is a product line. So you can see this one to many field, it is like a list view or a tree view. That is, you can add multiple lines, that is as list. So, as it is a list, the most convenient place to put this is under a new tab. So, it is easy to create a new tab. Let me close this first. Let's open. Okay, let's open product page. Okay, click on this. Okay, so here we can click on this plus to add a new tab to this product form. And we have done a different video, that is how to create a new tab from Odoo Studio. So you can check that video to know more about it. Okay, so a new page is created and you can rename it like sale order. So after adding a new tab, you can just drag one to many button, that is field, to the tab that you have just created. Okay, here we have a one to many. And here we can choose a related field. So it will display list of existing database relationships for the model. Okay, here we have product template, sale order line, and you can click on confirm. Okay, you can view. Okay, you can view the order line, sale order lines are added here. Okay, and here you can see for this sale order, that is for this field, 120 field, you can change the label. That is now it is not meaningful. That is it is new one to many. So we can update it from here. Okay, you can add sale order lines. So you can see that name is updated. Now we can also mark this field as read only. That is, we only want to view the sale order lines corresponding to this product, but we don't want to edit this. So if you want to do that, that is, if you want to prevent editing this tree view or list view, we can just enable this read only field. Then you can also see an option that is you can edit list view and edit form view of the sale order lines. So if you want to remove some fields from this list view, from this tree, you can just click on this edit list view and okay, here you can remove that. So if you don't want this field, you can just remove it from the list view. So you can see it is removed and okay, we don't want this root, you can remove it from here. Okay, you can see it is removed. So this one is actually subview list of this form view because we have added this one to many inside this form view. So this is actually the subview list. Okay, then you can also edit the form view. And you can also modify it using Studio. So the same way you can remove fields from this form view. So this one is a subview form. Okay, so we have discussed different types of relational fields that can be added in Odoo using Studio. So that's all for this video and thanks for watching.